You came here to see our predictions for week 3 of the NFL season. Unfortunately, today I am alone. I am not joined by Mason as he had to work. So let's just jump into it. So when you look at the injuries this week was plagued by injuries. Well, week 2 that is. With Tua being out, CMC is still out, Deebo Samuel is going to be out this week, AJ Brown's likely missing this week, Cooper Kupp is missing this week, and Pacheco. Those are like the main ones. Obviously, all these ones on the right. I don't know if any of them are for sure out. I know DeForest Buckner got placed on IR, but the rest of them, they could be playing. Bryce Young's not going to be playing because he got benched. But actually, another notable thing to add here is that Jordan Love, I've been seeing some stuff on Instagram saying he might be back this week, which is huge for the Packers if he is, but it also seems kind of early, so, it could be risking another injury. Or re-injuring it because he hasn't had like a lot of time to heal, in my opinion. But who knows? But then to cover the fantasy side of things, this is my fantasy team on the right here. So this is who I'm starting this week. Baker Mayfield, Gibbs, Hall, Mike Evans, Devontae Smith, Brock Bowers, who's been crazy. Zach Moss, I don't have the greatest flex, so I'm not gonna say Zach Moss is that guy, but if you my must starts this week are Joe Burrow. I honestly forgot who they're playing. Just kidding. They're playing the Commanders. And the Commanders are not good on defense. They let Malik Neighbors get like 120 yards or something on him, 130, with Daniel Jones throwing to him. So imagine what Joe Burrow is going to do with their receiver core. Joe Burrow is going to be the guy you want to start this week. James Cook, if you're not already starting him, start him. He's insane. The Bills are kind of crazy this year. And then for running back 2, I'm just going to say start Zach Charbonnet. If I'm forgetting his name. If Kenneth Walker's out, start Charbonnet. Last week he had 17 fantasy points. As a RB2, that's really good. You could honestly, you can't complain with that. And I mean, he's a phenomenal backup running back, but when he has to play, he plays, and he puts up yards and he moves. The wide receiver 1, I put Mike Evans. Yeah, they're playing Denver, who is a phenomenal pass defense this year, but seeing the target share last week, Godwin got significantly more than Mike Evans, and he had himself a game. And I feel that's why they're going to put Surtain on Godwin opposed to Mike Evans, or have it more split between the two. So I think Mike Evans is a somewhat safe start, and I personally believe Baker Mayfield is like a top 5 quarterback this year. He's insane. So I think either way, it doesn't really matter because he's still going to light them up. And wide receiver 2, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Seahawks fan personally, love the guy. Phenomenal young wide receiver, but last week he was the actually, let me say this too. This week he got named wide receiver 2, I believe, on the Seahawks. So he overtook Tyler Lockett. So that means a higher target share more than likely. But last week he had like 130 yards. Their team is insane, and the Seahawks this week are playing. Who are they playing this week? That's a great question. They're playing the Dolphins, who don't have the greatest defense in my opinion. I don't know. I think the Dolphins are an offensive team, not defense. And I think, JSN is just going to light them up like crazy. So he's a wide receiver 2 or a flex if you already have a better wide receiver 2. In my case, I got Devontae Smith as my wide receiver 2. So I played JSN in my flex. But then for tight end, Brock Bowers. I mean, dude has had, I think, 18 targets in 2 games or 17 targets in the first 2 games, which is absurd. He's putting up generational stats in fantasy for a tight end, which I don't know if that's true because I really only started last year, but he's elite. And obviously I'm starting him this week because I got faith. I got Kyle Pitts on my bench. So, I mean, Brock Bowers is looking good. And they're playing the Panthers, so they're playing the Panthers. And then the Bears for defense, I think you should start them this week. They're playing the Colts. Colts had a rough week last week, playing the Packers, who I believe the Bears have a better defense than the Packers. So if they realistically, I think they're gonna just cook the Colts. I think Richardson, he threw 3 interceptions last week. That might just happen again this week because the Bears Bears defense is elite. We've been saying this on this channel for months now, weeks now, I don't know, but Bears is like a top 5 defense in the league. Hey, look at our winners this week. We have the Texans, Chargers, Bears, Bucks, Bills, Jets, Lions, Raiders, Seahawks, Cowboys, 49ers, Chiefs, Bengals, Browns, Saints, and the Packers winning this week. I don't really know all of the matchups off the top of my head. I know the Saints are looking phenomenal this year. They're looking insane. I will say this too for the Lions game. The Lions are playing the Cardinals. The Cardinals, for no reason, have been playing so good this year. So that game could also go to the Cardinals. Honestly, the Jets game could go either way. Like, historically, they're not great against the Patriots. So that could also go either way. But actually, that game's tonight, so I'm excited to watch that. But yeah, these are our picks. We'll go over these in the Week 3 recap and say how many we got right, how many we got wrong, you know. The usual. If you watch those, great videos. Go watch them if you haven't yet. And then our biggest matchup this week, it's not the craziest week for matchups, but divisionally speaking, Rams and 49ers, and then, as I said, the Jets and the Patriots. I think it's going to go the 49ers and the Jets. Rams they don't have, like, their 2 top receivers are out. Their whole O-line is injured. It's rough. And then the good games, I put Ravens, Cowboys, because Ravens have been struggling this year, and Cowboys just got cooked by the Saints. So I'm curious to see what happens there. I have the Cowboys winning that just because Ravens they don't look amazing, honestly. It's been a rough start. And then Texans and Vikings, you wouldn't think, like, you know, before the season started, like, oh, the Vikings are going to get cooked. But the Vikings defense is insane. They kind of killed the 49ers. And I want to see how, you know, the elite defense, the elite offense of Stroud, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, and Joe Mixon does, because their offense is insane. So I want to see how that offense plays against the Vikings defense, which has been absurdly good this year. So yeah, that's what we got in our other good game. And then to wrap it up, the team we're following this week, I forgot to put their logo here, but we are going to be making a video on the 1996 Patriots on Saturday. So if you want to go see that, wait till Saturday, turn on post notifications, do any of that, and you will be seeing that video sometime Saturday afternoon. So yeah, that'll be a good one. Our last one, we did the Falcons in 1776. That video did great. People loved it. So yeah, just be looking after that. And then yeah, your takes. This section I don't put anything on the pre-cap, but the recap, we throughout the week I'll be sending out little things on like the community notes or whatever. I don't really understand it fully, but little like polls like, hey, who do you think's gonna win tonight, or like what's, you know, if you had to do this, like last week I asked if you had to have a rushing touchdown, or you're taking Josh Allen, Michael Vick, or Lamar Jackson. Michael Vick won that one. My favorite quarterback, believe it or not, despite all his controversy. But yeah, so pretty much throughout the week I'll be asking you for your takes on stuff. If you want to leave a comment on this with a crazy take you have, or even a cold take you have, I don't care. Leave it there and I'll put it in the next video. And yeah, I like this because I kind of want to involve, like, you know, the community. I know most of our videos get less than 10 views, but I don't really care. So eventually, you know, people see these like, oh, I want to join that, and I love that idea. I want this channel to be, you guys to be as big of a part of it as we are, because I don't know, that's what it's all about. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Let me do this really quick to end this off. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, like, comment, subscribe. I'll love you till the day you die if you do. And yeah, see you in the next one.